Hi everyone! We're gonna go no glasses today because this keeps happening. I hate this. Even in pictures, man, when I'm trying to take pictures, I'm just like, and then you cannot even see my eyes. So, no glasses. Okay, alright, so let's get into the spiritual journey videos and why I'm doing them and how it relates to Flora of Hope, because I bet you're gonna be wondering, is this girl just about to talk about her life and just be like every other YouTuber or vlogger? And I really don't want to be. I really want to be different from everybody else that's on here, because I don't want to just share my life for the sake of sharing it. I want to share my life and my journey and the things that I've been through for the sake of helping, you know, for encouraging, for inspiring people, and for just allowing people to be closer to who I truly am, and to allow people to get to know me on a more, I guess, personal level. Not super personal because it's still over the internet, but personal in the sense that you'll get to know my story and you'll get to know why I do what I do, and maybe that will, you know, encourage you to join along on the journey with me, because the journey is still going, you know. It's continuous, and it's beautiful, man. And I guess in order to really explain the extent of just my happiness right now, I have to tell you guys a little bit about my past and where I came from, and just how that has played a part in where I am today. Because back then I would not have ever imagined that those experiences and those struggles that I went through would have benefited me or helped me in any way. And today, oh my gosh, I'm realizing it in so many ways, that each and every I'm realizing in so many ways that each and every situation, scenario, whatever the case may be, whatever you go through, whether it be something super exciting and awesome, or it may be something that's just traumatic and horrible and painful, it all works together for your betterment and for your growth and for your new state of consciousness, I would say, in your spiritual journey. The next few videos that I'll be doing will be geared around my spiritual journey. So I'll be talking about my past, I'll be talking about different events that happened that have inspired me to start this business, Flora of Hope. I'll be going in a little more depth about what Flora of Hope is and some of the goals that I have, my personal goals and the business goals, things like that. Ultimately, I want to reach you. I want to touch your heart. I want to touch your mind. I want to inspire you. I want to encourage you. I want to turn your day around and put a smile on your face. I want to show you love. I want to be there to tell you that you can do it. You know, you can find happiness, you can heal yourself. And I found that through gardening and through art and through just committing to this spiritual journey and committing to bettering myself, and everyone can do it. So I just have to share that. I just really want to share that with everyone. I want people to look at me and be encouraged. I want them to see my struggles. I want them to see how I overcame them. I want them to see me fall on my ass again and get up again, because that's how life is. Like, I don't want you to ever think that, you know, you're gonna fall really hard and you're gonna get up and then things are gonna be peachy perfect and you're never gonna trip and fall again. Like, that shit don't happen. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna fall, you're gonna get up, you're gonna fall, you're gonna get up, you're gonna fall, you're gonna get up. But my goal as Kiana Imani from Flora of Hope is to be there with you through those dips and curves and through those obstacles and challenges and significant, you know, joyous times and through those adventures, through those journeys. I want to be there with you. I want to encourage you, and I just want to make a difference in your life. So, with all that being said, I guess the first question is, why did I embark on this spiritual journey? Why did I guess decide, okay, this is the day that I'm gonna turn my life around? Like, I've been going this way and now I need to go this way. Why would she do that? Why did she change? What did she do? What is she doing right now? Okay, so as much as I'm laughing and giggling, it's actually a very serious matter, and I might get emotional, I might cry, and it might freak you guys out because I was just laughing and then I might be crying, but nonetheless, one of the biggest factors in my spiritual journey, or switching my life around, was my depression. I'm just now, within the last, I would say 4 or 5 months now, getting comfortable with talking about my depression, my anxiety, and just my past, bringing up issues from my past. And so that's why I said I might get emotional, because it's a rough topic. I experienced depression, I guess when I got diagnosed, or when it became prominent or known, was in 7th grade. So I would say I was maybe 11 years old. And at that time I had started exploring or venturing out into self-harming. And I hid it from my parents for a while, and from friends and stuff for a while. And I did go back and forth between harming myself and then not harming myself for a long period of time, and then going back and relapsing, things like that. So throughout that whole experience, it was just, I didn't really have a way to release what I was going through. I didn't have a way to express myself or get things out. I did, as a kid, used to journal a lot, and I remember growing up, my parents, we went on a vacation. It was actually 11 years ago now, and we all packed our bags like together. So in my family, there's myself, my brother, my mom, my dad, and so I packed my bag, I believe, with my mom, and my brother packed his bag with my dad. And long story short, my parents ended up reading my diary, and I had carried my diary with me on my vacation, just because that was, I guess, my first natural way of releasing the things that I was going through, and the thoughts that were on my mind, the situations and stuff. And there was nothing too explicit in the diary. I think it was just mostly me expressing that I started to like boys, and that this person was dating this person, or this person made me feel this way, things like that. Just very normal emotions. And I would say after my parents read my diary, and I ended up getting in trouble for it, in trouble for the things that I was writing, and I got my cell phone taken away, things like that. After that experience, I kind of turned inwards, and my sun sign is a Pisces, so naturally I'm very emotional and whimsical and dreamy, and any little pebble will start making me cry. If you just toss a pebble at me, it'll be like, ah! Or if you just tell me girl, your eyebrows are messed up today, then I'll just be like, oh no, my eyebrows. And I overthink a lot. So anyways, all those things factored into just where I was at that point in my life. And so with that depression, and with me harming myself, my parents then found out, teachers at my school started to find out, and then I ended up getting homeschooled. My parents took me out of normal school, and I got homeschooled, and that actually, I think, made it worse. Wah, wah, wah. So if you're a parent and you're watching this, and maybe your child has been going through any depression or any anxiety, things like that, don't isolate them, I would say, because when I then became isolated, it made things way worse. Even though I was going through a lot of shit and I was around a lot of people every day, all day in school, I still, had some sort of energy to bounce off of or to work with, in a sense. And so when I became isolated, my depression then got worse, and it progressed and progressed until I remember I stopped self-harming in 11th grade. I was, all the way up until then, I was still struggling with it very much, and I had stopped in 11th grade, and then I relapsed my first semester in college, and I just got really overwhelmed. And it's funny because I was feeling very, very depressed. I was living in Michigan at the time, and the weather, coming from the Bahamas to Michigan, hell no, okay, the snow was just too much. But a few months after, not even a few weeks after, I went and I went to seek help. I went to the psychology department, or I went to the medical center that had psychologists and things like that there at my college. And as soon as I went there, they started me on antidepressants, which I hadn't been put on antidepressants all throughout my life, being, diagnosed with this illness or whatever. And so after being put on that, a few weeks after, I relapsed and I ended up cutting myself again. And after that experience, I was on medication for a good 2.5 years, and I would say that also led me to wanting to start my spiritual journey, because after a while I started realizing that the medication just kind of numbed everything. And it's weird because I would still sometimes feel sad, but I would never really feel true happiness. And I noticed it because when I started to feel true happiness, it felt completely different. And I literally, up to this day, I've called people just crying because I'm like, is this what happiness feels like? Is this what happiness feels like? Because it was so amazing to feel that and to experience that. I would say my depression, the medications that I was on, just the racing thoughts, just the insecurities, the anxiety, all of those negative, I guess, aspects of who I was, they are the things that really pushed me to switch my life around. Those are the things that really motivated me to change my life, to start this spiritual journey. And as I got onto my spiritual journey, as I opened that door, made that first step, took that, leap into a new life, a new reality, then came Flora of Hope. I was sitting on my balcony, literally just thinking and thinking and thinking, I can create whatever I want to create. This is my world. These are my thoughts. This is my reality. I'm in control. If I want to be happy, I could be happy. If I want to, skip down the street, I could skip down the street. And so I'm sitting on my balcony, and all of a sudden it just hit me. It dawned on me. So the reason why this is so important, and I would say why it ties into Flora of Hope, is because without these stages in my life, without these obstacles or adversities that I had to overcome, or that I just went through, that I transitioned through, without this journey, where I am today would not be possible. If you're still questioning, why is she just blabbing, why is she just talking? It's because without the lows, there can be no highs. Without the falls, there can be no getting up, there can be no climbing. For every negative, there's a positive. So I'm realizing that in my spiritual journey right now, where I am right now, and the love, the support, the appreciation, everything that I'm doing, every way that I'm expressing myself creatively, and that every way that everything that I'm doing today, I realize how strongly my past affects that, and how strongly all those stages of the ladder, all of those just obstacles, they all play a part in what I'm doing today. And that's why I want to share that with you, because I want you to see not only the today and onward, but I want you to see what played a part in making today possible, what played a part in making this video possible. Because if I didn't go through all the shit I went through, I would not be here like recording this video, and you wouldn't be watching it, because I would have nothing to talk about really. I don't know, you know? So all in all, there's a few things that I would say played a really big part in my spiritual journey, and bringing me to where I am today with Flora of Hope. And was like, say I was down here and this is where, you know, I am right now, it literally was like this. So like it goes hand in hand, you know? So where I am today and how I feel today is just a reflection in opposition of where I was. So I just want to help. I just want to help people realize that, and I just want to help people get to true peace and true happiness, and help them confront their past. And I would say that I committed to adding a little part of in all of my videos of just something like a lesson or some kind of motivation. And I would say I kind of have been doing that, you know, just sticking things in there just as I speak. But if there's anything I would really like to draw my focus on, or if there's one thing that you're going to take away from this video, take time to really analyze your past, analyze just situations, you know, that you shoved to the back burner, situations that you know bothered you, or things that happened that you just don't want to deal with. Really take a look at those and really figure out why they occurred. Find the lesson in those scenarios, because there is a lesson. And as painful as it might be, as dreadful as it might be, as far back as it might be, it could be something that happened to you when you were 4 years old, 3 years old. Whatever the case may be, you have to take control of that situation, because ultimately, if you don't flip this around to this, or this to this, you know, if you don't find that balance, then it's just going to continue dragging you down, and you won't be able to reach your full potential. And your full potential being your mental state, you know, where you are in terms of your happiness. So, final thing, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have beautiful day. Thank you for watching. As always, I love you guys. Love you guys, okay? Okay, so some things to look forward to is my hair journey. My hair journey had a big part to do with my spiritual journey, with learning to accept myself and love myself for, you know, what was natural to me. My diet, I switched my diet. I'm now plant-based, so I don't consume any animals. I don't consume any dairy, nothing like that. I changed my surroundings. I released a lot of old people, a lot of negative people. I released some people temporarily just because, you know, I don't think that they're all bad, just the timing of them in my life right then and there wasn't right. So there's a lot of fun things to look forward to. With each video, I hope to get better. I do get super nervous. And I jumble over my words sometimes, but I'm trying to just be more calm and more relaxed so that I can deliver a good message to you guys and help and encourage and inspire and share hope. This is me, Kiana Imani with Flora of Hope, and and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I don't know if people really do this, but maybe eventually people will leave comments down below. If anything, just hit me up, ask me. I'm a chill, cool person, you know. If you want me to do a specific video, if you have a question that you want me to include in a video, let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Give thanks. 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 Okay. I love you guys. Flora of Hope loves you.